What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today's video is all about patience in investing in Pokemon sealed product or waiting too long to invest in Pokemon sealed products. But in the grand scheme of things, it's actually more about waiting too long compared to patience, because right now, it just feels like there is not a moment longer to wait if you're wanting to get your hands on some older Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon products. If you want it, now is the time, because this stuff is starting to sell out on Pokemon Center. I think about Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, all sold out on Pokemon Center. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if Brilliant Stars is coming up right next. Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, not going to be around for much longer either. And the prices are showing it because they are really, really increasing in value. So I've seen a couple comments on the channel lately where it's like, oh, Pokemon investing is dead. There's no such thing. We're not going to see those huge gains like we did in COVID and Sword and Shield era. Yeah, we are. We're seeing it right now, right before our very eyes. And there's probably a lesson to be learned, because we look at Sun and Moon booster boxes and sealed product. The prices are outrageous. It's hard to get your hands on it, and it's hard to find. Sword and Shield is already headed in that direction, and right now we still have all of this negative talk about Scarlet and Violet era, where it's yeah, we have tons of time. These booster boxes are going to be under $100 for years. Well, heck, I would rather buy them now for under $100 and make sure I get in at that awesome price point, rather than wait and hope that they're still under $100 2 years from now. So, lessons to be learned. We're going to look into it. I'm going to flip the screen around, get to TCG Player. I didn't actually make a presentation for this video, because I want to be able to actually show you the different graphs on TCG Player. So, something you can follow along with as well. Here we go. Okay, check this out. So, we're starting at Unified Minds. So, I only picked a couple of the Sun and Moon ones because not really what I want to focus on. But look at this year-long graph. Started at $410. Now it's at $650. And check this out. Sales on March 7th, March 8th, $747. This is not a realistic price. $650 is way too low. They're selling for $750. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how much Unified Minds is going up. Just in the last 6 months, up a lot. Started at $592, now to $650. So pretty juicy, and these prices in the latest sales are actually showing us that it's more than that. Okay, Unbroken Bonds, year-long graph, started at $463.78, now at $606. Just had a sale in February, so not selling all that much. These are hard to find. That's the thing. No listings available. So you can see all this information on TCG. Usually I only look at the graphs, but sometimes it's more important to look at other stuff as well. Last sale in February, $700. So I think this is just more static because it hasn't been selling, more than the fact that it's static at that price. No, it's just there's none available. It's crazy. Cosmic Eclipse, similar thing. Last sale on March 2nd, $867. So that's kind of right in line with the market price, $861 right here. But still, are you serious? Cosmic Eclipse came out in 2019, so it's 5 years old, already $861 in the market price. Evolving Skies is only 3 years old. It's going places, let me tell you. This is what's up. So just over the last year, Evolving Skies, it started at $392.95. Everyone was I remember, this is early on in the Poke Office history. Everyone was like, Evolving Skies is so expensive already. They're going to reprint it. They're going to reprint it. They're going to reprint it. And to be fair, there was lots of the ETBs reprinted. They had that Costco run and lots of other product reprinted. There was a little bit of, a restock. It wasn't a reprint on Pokemon Center throughout the year. Now it's $584. But check this out. Latest sales data, March 8th, $500. So who knows what happened there. March 8th, 3 at $777, and March 10th at $753. That is a lot higher than $584. That is insanely priced. Evolving Skies is currently headed to the moon and back, and hard to find. No listings available on here. Crazy. People I just don't even know what else to say. Evolving Skies is going to be $1,000 booster box this year, I think. At the end of 2024, that's my prediction. $1,000 booster box for Evolving Skies. I can't believe I just sold two because I undersold them big time, even though I made money on them. Here's the thing, just a little side rant. So when I first started the channel, one of my kind of goals is to like have one of every booster box, which is an outrageous goal. Don't get me wrong. I want one from like base set all the way to now. But what I started with is just getting one of every Sword and Shield booster box. They're right behind me in the cases back here. Okay? On the table. Back then, that was like early 2023, really early 2023. I bought one of each and I paid, let's call it $3,000 Canadian. And $3,000 Canadian is like $2,100 US. So $2,100 US, and that was a year ago. That stuff is worth a lot more than that now. Like if there's ever a chance, like buying early is just not a problem really. Especially if you're willing to hold it, because I kind of just like forgot about those. I mean, I obviously didn't forget. They're part of my collection. I love looking at them. I like displaying them and everything like that. But I don't think about, oh, I got to make sure that my investment is doing really good. Like that's part of the investing strategy is you just buy it and hold it and let it do its thing. It's not about, oh, I got to check every single day, because here's another story. Back during COVID, I made a play in cryptocurrency and I actually caught one of the ones that like really went to the moon. It moonshotted. So I bought in for like, I think I bought it at 50 cents and it went to $18. But I got greedy and didn't cash out, and then it crashed, and now I'm down. But crazy enough. But here's the thing, like I was checking that literally every day. I was getting caught up in the hype. I was like, holy crap, my money just doubled today. Holy crap, my money gained 20% in a week. And that's such a dangerous thing, because it's like getting that dopamine hit every single time. And now it's like you're expecting huge gains on the weekly. And that's not pretty typical. That's the outrageous things. So with these booster boxes behind me, it's like I bought them. Yeah, they're cool to display. Yeah, they're cool to have. I love having them. And I do know that my money is growing, but it's not like I'm on TCG Player every single day checking to make sure and then putting it into my spreadsheet. I'm not checking to make sure that, oh yeah, my 12 Sword and Shield booster boxes went from $3,000 all the way to $5,000. Yes. I'm not going to check tomorrow. That's not a thing. They're just there. And if I need some cash flow, maybe I'll sell them. It's the same thing when I buy cases of booster boxes. Like I'm not checking them every day. It's cool that you can put it onto the collector app and see that your money is increasing. But I don't check every day. They're just sitting in the closet, and at a moment in time when I think that I need to sell, or when I need some extra cash flow to buy a different thing, then I'm going to do that. Anyways, that's a huge rant. So let's get back to this. Evolving Sky is absolutely crazy. Check this out. Chilling Reign, also crazy. A little before this graph, so like 2 years ago, Chilling Reign could be bought for $90, just like Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes can be today. So Chilling Reign, a year ago, $142, and blah, 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 blah. Now it's sold out on Pokemon Center. Now Cool Trainer Ryan's trying to pull the Blaziken VMAX, can't get the job done. I mean, I think that's going to even spike this thing up a little bit with the huge chase cards in Chilling Reign. Currently $166. Lots of sales, 172 right here, 173, 160. So you can still find them. I found 4 of them just last month for 200 Canadian each, which is kind of in that 160 range. So still available, but not really available at that time. Okay, Fusion Strike. This one is mind-blowing to me. Not available on Pokemon Center anymore. And now it was right around MSRP. It started 2024. A year ago, it was at 138. So not a ton of movement here for the full year. All of a sudden, boom, 170. March 9th, 2024, $186.99. That's a sale on TCG Player. Unbelievable. These gains are happening right before our eyes. If you want to get in on the action, a Sword and Shield era, imagine. Here's the thing. How much did people like Sun and Moon era when it was actually ongoing? I think, And don't get me wrong, no expert because I wasn't part of the hobby at the time, but I don't think people were like, wow, this is the best sets ever when Cosmic Eclipse came out. No wonder that Team Up is so expensive because people didn't like it that much. You could buy the Magikarp and Wailord card for like $60 not very long ago. And I'm talking like 2 or 3 years ago. It's a while ago. But people think that Sword and Shield is like balls to the wall, bonkers, awesome, delicious, amazing. You put an adjective in there and people think it about Sword and Shield era. So how much better is Sword and Shield era going to do? I mean, one side of it could say, yeah, they printed way more of it. But other side says that this was the era where people came back to Pokemon, got back into the hobby, and we're loving it. We're loving the chases of the alternate arts. They just love Sword and Shield. The end of the Yellow Border era, I think is just going to be fantastic. So Fusion Strike, seeing huge gains. Brilliant Stars, not so crazy. It's like kind of in that year period. This one's still available on Pokemon Center though. So watch. Look back at Fusion Strike. It was available the whole time. Right around MSRP. Brilliant Stars, even a little bit higher than MSRP, and it's still available on Pokemon Center. This thing, once it sells out, gonna go to the moon. Astral Radiance, 137, still available, still around, and yet, I mean, this is not an old set. This set is like less, I guess it's right around 2 years old right now. Came out in 2022, so not too bad. Lost Origin, had that reprint, came down from 167, 170, and now all going back up, $151. And look at these prices of the latest sales, March 9th, sorry, $164.95, $164.95. This set is popular. People love it. People want that chase of Giratina. The reprint is not going to change it over the course of long term. Silver Tempest, same thing. Starting to increase again. Look at these recent sales, $139.98. It's already on the rise. This is already basically at MSRP, which is just crazy. So now we're going to flip the switch. I've kind of just been rambling, but what an opportunity to get in good with Scarlet and Violet era. So we have Paldea Evolved. I think it's an excellent set. And currently, it's actually above $100. So it had a nice little jump. 2 months ago, you could buy it for $91.58 in the market price. Absolutely insane. Now $107. Obsidian Flames, seeing the same type of thing. A month ago, could have bought it for $96. Now $107.09. Selling every day for $103 all day long. Obsidian Flames is not even a good set, in my opinion. And it's still, you're going to see this booster box at some point in the future be a $200 booster box. You can double your money. And it might take a while. I'm not saying. So here's where patience comes into play. There's no time for patience anymore in Sword and Shield era, Sun and Moon era. They're old. So if you want it, go get it. Now is where the patience comes in. Scarlet and Violet era, yeah, you could say we have lots of time to go buy these products. But at the same time, imagine if you would have bought Chilling Reign booster boxes for $90. You would be absolutely loving life right now. And here's the opportunity. Whether it takes 2 or 5 or 10 years, you can buy Obsidian Flames, Paldea Evolved, Paradox Rift for like right around that $100 mark. These also, I should note, Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes, the MSRP went up. These MSRP for $160, I think. It's more than the $143 that Sword and Shield did. I think it's $160 or $165. So crazy. These are like almost half price. Not quite. Almost half price at MSRP. These are going to go back up to MSRP 100% of the time because they're good sets. Paradox Rift, I am loving this set. One of the guys in Discord led me on to a thing. I haven't bought any yet, but there was Paradox Rift cases being sold in Canada for $120 per box. So like 120 times 6, 720 Canadian dollars for a case of Paradox Rift, free shipping. It's just absurd. They're losing money on that. It's less than wholesale price. Stores are trying to get rid of this stuff. So absolutely crazy. Okay, so here's my final thoughts. Like patience, yes, it's important to be patient. Don't overdo it. Don't go spending money that you don't have on this stuff. That's not worth it. not worth it. I would never, ever, ever recommend you to go like take out a line of credit or do something crazy. Just put all your eggs into Pokemon. Not a thing. However, if you have some extra money and you like Pokemon investing, Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield era, like, they just continue to rise. Literally, I told you that story about when I bought all of my Sword and Shield booster boxes. What I paid for Evolving Skies at that time was $230 Canadian. $230 Canadian. It's currently at $800 Canadian. So in just over a year, I 4 times my bet on that, which is just absurd if you think about it. Like, the stock market does not do that good. So anyone who's saying that Pokemon investing is dead or that you can't make money investing in Pokemon Modern, I would beg to differ based on what we're seeing in the market price right now. And people right now, even if you don't have a lot of money to spend, people are sleeping on Scarlet and Violet era, in my opinion. I think Scarlet and Violet era is ridiculously good. Silver borders, cool new special illustration rares. So basically a full trainer gallery in every single set. I just have nothing but good things to say about Scarlet and Violet era, and the price is right on it right now. So I'm willing to wait that 2 to 5 years or even 10 years. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm willing. I just want you to be patient in the fact that don't overspend your money. But get in when the going is good. When people are scared or when people are negative about the market, that's typically the time to buy, and people are going to miss the bus. A year from now, imagine telling someone that you bought Evolving Skies for $700. They're going to be like, you got it for only $700? Because it's going to be $1,000. I mean, I'm just speculating, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyways, the Poke Office is not just about investing, it's about collecting as well. So we got 10 packs to open. I will see you on the flip side. All right, check it out. We got 10 packs of Paradox Rift. Still chasing the Roaring Moon. I just can't seem to pull it. Paldean Fates over the last weekend with the live stream. I ended up finally pulling that Gardevoir. So I have now officially opened up every chase card out of Paldean Fates, which is pretty exciting. But no Roaring Moon yet. No Roaring Moon. Also, have never opened that Iono from Paldea Evolved. So there's a few cards that I'm needing to pull from Scarlet and Violet era. And we're getting awfully close. Temporal Forces is going to be out in, it's like 2 weeks, basically. Not even 2 weeks, which is pretty exciting. It feels like it's definitely been a little bit of a long time. Feels like since a new Pokemon set came out, even though it hasn't actually been that long. I mean, we've opened up a lot of Paldean Fates on the channel, so starting to get, I don't want to say I'm tired of it because that's not at all how I feel, but definitely ready for a new set, if that makes sense. Anyways, let me know what you think. I was watching a video, so speaking, I've never talked about this, but Echo Chamber, I watched a Nostalgianomics video who kind of was talking about the same kind of stuff, and he's like, yeah, you know that I'm a modern Pokemon investor, and I got lots of this stuff, so maybe he's just pumping the market. But he's not pumping the market. Like, this is legitimate data. He went on like eBay recent solds as well. It's not only are the prices going up, it's hard to find. Like, there's not a lot of cases of Evolving Skies available for sale, or even just single booster boxes. Where do you go and find them? I know that I can go on the Facebook groups, but it also serves a purpose that, like, when you're about to spend $800 or $700 on a booster box, I mean, you better be pretty darn sure, if you're not buying from a reputable source, that, hey, like, we're getting into scam territory where people are going to want to start printing Evolving Skies booster boxes because, which I hate to say it, but I just think that's the truth. Like, you got to be careful. It's not like if you're buying a Paradox Rift booster box for $100 and you end up getting scammed, that's a pretty easy bullet to bite if you need to. Like, it's only $100. And I'm not saying that I ever want to get scammed again. I certainly don't. But I could survive a $100 hit. But surviving another $2,500 hit, that would be really, really terrible for me. So it's just, yeah, that's where it's at. All right, come on. We got to get something here. Where is that roaring moon? Why can I not find it? Why can I not find it? Is it that hard? Is it that hard to pull? Have you pulled the roaring moon? Still nothing. Ugh, 2 packs left. 2 packs left. Paradox Rift. Crushing me. I don't know if any of you watched Cool Trainer Ryan, but unbelievable how many boxes of Chilling Reign he opened. And still no Blaziken VMAX. I'm getting pretty thankful that I ended up buying a copy of it, to be honest with you. Goldango. Another EX. So we're getting the hits, but not the roaring moon. All right, last pack. Here we go. Come on, dealer. Come on. Well, I know that it's not the last card, so maybe it'll be the special illustration rare slot. Come on. Negative. Oof. All right, 3 hits. Added to the stack. Toxtricity, Sandy Shocks, and Goldango. Anyways, that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. We're headed to 10,000 subscribers in the nearest future. Appreciate you all for watching. Until my next one. Peace.